Good morning, my lovers. Right, I'm going back out to the same field I did yesterday because there's a field next door I want to try. And because I found that Roman brooch in that field, the field next door looks more promising. Because I looked in the fields around on the LiDAR, and there were a lot more lumps and bumps in the fields around the further one away. So I'm going to go and check that field out to see if there's any Roman pottery in the ground and finds and stuff. And then hopefully I'll be able to get the Geophysics Machine in there, and we'll see if I can find the Roman villa that would normally, when you get a sacred pond, you normally do get buildings nearby. You know, it's like a wishing well in your back garden. So they used to be a lot more superstitious back then. Right, so let's see if I can find a Roman villa. Woohoo! I've arrived. Right, I got a signal over here. Sounds like a Roman brooch. What do you think? It's definitely long. Oh, it's definitely interesting. I don't think it's a brooch. It is a tube of some description. Looks quite old. It could be Roman. It's not bullet. Right, what's that? On to the next. Go look at this signal I got here. Ooh, what's that? An axe head? Must be out. Must be out. I'll get back to you when I find it. Go, I eventually found it, my lovers, and it looks like a ring. Quite a big one if it is. It's got the only thing, it's got like a beveled edge this side and that side. It's a bit like the ones you have on the inside, but it's not on the inside, it's on the outside. So it could be a bit off a copper pipe. One of those things they stop the bolt when the bolt, they solder it on and it stops the bolt from undoing, like pulls. So it could be one of those, or it could be an actual ring. Because there's no pattern on it that I can see. Oh, don't want to bend. Right, is that a ring, my lovers, or a bit off a copper pipe? Right, on to the next.
Ugh, it's a pesky moo tube.
But look at all these bits of tile. Look, 3 bits of tile. And there's another bit. Terracotta coloured tile. Very interesting. There might be something near here. Go, look at the signal I got here. Got a bit of a grunt with it. Could be Roman. Oh, I can see something green. That's what Morley said. When you get that colour green, it usually means it's old. Well, in this case, might not be old. Right, what's that? That colour green, that's what he said. When you get that colour green, it's a Roman washer off a spark plug. I don't know what it is. Got a funny groove around the inside. It definitely looks like a washer though. Right, on to the next. What's a bath plug doing all the way out here then? Look, it's a bath plug and chain. Oh, amazing what you find, isn't it? It's a pity it's not a solid gold bath plug. Right, oh well, on to the next. Go, I've come back into this next field, the field where I found the silver coin yesterday. Because the other field was so quiet. It was unbelievably quiet. But I did some geophysics here the other day, and I pegged out where I'd done it, and I got some more pegs over here, and basically I've on the geophysics there was a high resistance blob near this peg here. Go, look at the signal I got here. Gold? Ooh. No, it's not gold, unfortunately. Looks like something else. Ah, well, it looks old. Very thin metal. Well, not so thin that it's looks like an edge of a plate. Now, this is right on the barrow site. I've moved back over to where the barrow is. Now that could be old. It's got that sort of greeniness. Right, I better take a grid reference for this, because that could be quite old. It's quite thick, look. And normally, like modern metals, when they're making dishes and stuff, it's all like really thin, but this is quite thick. About 3 mil thick. Right, is that it? Just make sure. Oh, what I done with pesky pinpointer's disappeared. Oh, it's in my pocket. I never used it in the first place. Yeah, that was it. What's that there? Just a rock. Right, I'll get this cleaned up and I'll get back to you. Right, here it is. Now, there are faint lines on it, and it seems to flatten out there, and there it's got a little curve going over. I think this could be quite old, possibly even Bronze Age. Or it could be just a medieval dish. I'll have to show it to my finds liaison officer. Now, is that... yeah, I'm pretty sure I can see lines going up that way. So I don't know. What do you think, my lovers? Bronze Age? It's definitely got that old greeniness about it. Roman? I'll have to go online when I go home and look up similar looking dishes and pots to see if it's got a similar shape. If it is a bowl, it'd be very shallow because it seems to curve there and then flatten out there like a very, very shallow bowl. Right, on to the next. There was the bit of Bronze Age pot, if it is Bronze Age. And here is another signal not far away. Saying quite deep. Oh, what's that? It's a lead. Now, is that a stylus? Is that a lead stylus? It's quite heavy. It's got a point at one end. Looks like it's been broken there. Now, perhaps this is a Roman site and not Bronze Age. Ooh. I'm going to have to do a bit more geophysics, methinks. Do they even make lead styluses? What's that on there? So it's got some white stuff on the end. Right, I'm going to have to look that one up when I get home. Ah, yes. It might be a lead stylus. Lovely jubbly. On to the next. Right, I better explain for those people who don't know what stylus is. It's a lead pencil. They used to have big wooden frames, right? Have a wooden frame, and then they used to pour in beeswax into the frame, and they used to cut into the wax with a sharp implement. They used to make them out of all sorts of metals, but this could be what they used to scratch the wax, the beeswax. It's like a pencil. Go look at that, my lovers, 2 holes. That one, bit of dish. That one, stylus. Woohoo! Go, there's where I found the dish. That's where I found the stylus. And I got another signal. I'm not on top of a horde, am I? Well, it's not a very deep horde if it is one. Oh, I got a bit more dish. I got a bit more dish. Does it match up? No. Does it match up that side? No. Right, so I got a bit more dish. Right. Let's see what I can find next. That's where I found the stylus. And right next to it, I got another signal. I've maxed the machine out on everything. Now normally I wouldn't dig that signal because it's right in the foil region. Showing 11 inches, so it's quite deep. Well, I think I got it out, I'm not sure. There you go, look, a bit more dish. Now that was right next to the stylus. Right, interesting. Ooh. Right, I definitely think there's some sort of building here because you listen to all the iron in the ground. No. Yeah, I just had a lovely bit of pottery. Could be Roman. It's got that biscuity look. Red on the outside, red on the inside, black on the red on the outside, red on that side, black in the middle. That's it. Right, that could be Roman. It could be onto a Roman site here. Or it still could be prehistoric, because the Romans did congregate around prehistoric sites. So it still could be prehistoric. I don't know. Not until the archaeologist digs a hole in it, which he's said he's going to do soonish, will we find out. On to the next. Go look at this here, my lovers. I found a coin. My first coin of the day. Woohoo! Oh, is it a good big fat Roman? Looks more Georgian. Yeah, King George III. There he is. Just about to see him. Give it a rub on the magic trousers. Yeah, he's in there somewhere. Right. On to the next. Go, look what I just found down that hole. The signal turned out to be a lump of lead. But look at this. Roman roof tile, if I'm not mistaken. Look at the thickness. Smooth on that side, rough on that side. He thinks that's Roman roof tile. Woohoo! Go look at this down in here. It looks oldish. Looks a bit bizarre. Looks like a headdress, doesn't it? And a little face would be in there. Oh, is that a hole? Is there a corresponding hole there? It might have been. Right. Looks a bit Egyptian, doesn't it? Bizarre. What is that? Don't know. Right. I'm going to pack up now, my lovers. I'm aching all over and I feel like a few jars of ale. God, this is a bit of a roller coaster ride, isn't it? First of all, I thought it was a Roman road. Then we think it's prehistoric, but which period we didn't know. Then I find, because I found that flint next to it. And then I start detecting around it and I don't find anything. But today, for some reason, I started finding stuff. I think the ground has dried out a little bit. It might have been too wet at the time. So, now it's looking like it might be Roman again. Oh! Like I said, I'm no archaeologist. I don't know. Now, if I put the Geophysics machine onto the ground and it showed a perfect plan of a Roman villa, then yeah, perfect. But it just seems to show a bit of a scatter of stuff. And it's not like very clear. But I did start finding stuff over towards this blob, which I'll show you on the geophysics. Since then, my lovers, I've been back. Here's the blobs that I was detecting around and getting the bowl and the stylus here. And I've been back and I've done this strip. And as you can see, there are wall lines appearing, look. See that going through there? And then it crosses back through there, it goes up again. There's a horizontal, diagonal lines, look. And it comes down here, look, and there's a nice straight bit there. And there's possibly something there. And here. So I'm going to have to go back and do even more geophysics. You see that? That blob, near that blob there, that's where I found the pots, the bits of pottery, the metal pot, and the thing that looks like a stylus. That was found near there. So next time I come and geophys, I'll do a bit more, and a bit more, and a bit more. But where I found that pot, and the thing, the stylus thing, there's a little bit of a depression in the ground. So I'm thinking it's because I can get a bit deeper with the machine because of the depression. Now the rest of it is higher up. Now if it was all like lumps and bumps and bigger depression into the ground, I probably could get deeper down and find the good stuff. But what I need is a machine that can really see mega deep. Something like Chill Bill's machine. That would be good, wouldn't it? That's supposed to see mega deep. Oh, one more thing before I go. I was looking around on the websites, on the metal detecting websites, you know, the people that sell metal detectors. And there's one called CMD with a red circle, blue circle. I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, they've got a CTX on there, which is an X demonstration model. And it's on for 1,500 and something quid. And they do, that website, they do a promotional code. Promo code? Yeah, thinking like that. And they take 10% off. So you could probably get it for just over 1,000. So yeah, CTX for just over 1,000 quid would be nice, wouldn't it? Mine cost, what was it, 1,600 I think it was, with iDetect Harry's promo code. Cheers!
Cold blows the wind of my true love, and gently drops the rain. I have never had but one true love,